guys? Welcome back to Veggies Cooking. I'm Bunch.
And I'm Naman. So today we're going to be making some nice chili.
This chili is great with the blanket, especially with the weather outside.
Yeah, so let's get into our ingredients.
So first, we have one large chopped sweet onion. It doesn't matter what type of onion, you could also use red. We have one bell pepper, and we have 2 jalapenos. We also have 2 tablespoons of butter and 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil.
Yeah, so let's look at the rest of our ingredients as well. Before we move on, I just want to say, you can use a food processor, especially on the bell peppers and jalapenos. It's a really great way to save time. Yeah, so let's move on to the rest of our ingredients. So first we have our spices. So the key thing about our spices is that they're going to enhance the flavor of the dish. We'll go more into measurements later when we're actually using them. So next we have our cilantro. That's just going to be a garnish towards the very end. And then we have our ground turkey breast, is 99% lean, 1% fat. It's really good. We're going to be using both of these. Then we have 2 cans of tomatoes. We're going to also be using both of these. Then we have our black beans. We're going to be using that whole bowl. And we also have our pure maple syrup. We're going to be using about 3 to 4 tablespoons of that, give or take. And finally, we have our chicken breast. We're going to be using half of this bottle. So as you can see, we're going to be using about half of that.
And also, just to remind you, if you only want to use 1 pound of the turkey, you can obviously just cut the rest of the ingredients in half to your liking.
Yeah, so we're going to get our pan nice and warm, and we'll get back with you when we're ready. So hi guys, now we're back. We have our nice big pot here, and we've heated it for a while. Now it's on medium-low heat. So now we're going to start by adding our extra virgin olive oil and our butter. So we're going to wait as much to use that. You can see it's starting to melt. And so after that, we're going to be putting our garlic powder in, not just the amount that we had in earlier. That's 1 teaspoon. And so after Launch administers the garlic powder in it, we need to start mixing this. So now we're going to be putting in our onions. It's just the full 1 onion that we cut earlier. So we're going to mix this until the onions are clear and translucent. So now we're going to be putting in our jalapenos because our onions have become translucent and clear,
as you can see here.
And these jalapenos will just give a nice kick to it. After that, we're going to be putting in our bell peppers. And we're just going to mix this for a little bit and get it nice and cooked. Yeah, so we'll really add that depth of flavor and make it taste that much better. Okay, so after we've cooked our jalapenos and red bell pepper, we're going to now add our ground turkey. So these are the 2 pounds that we had earlier, so we're just going to add these 2 packets, as Launch is doing now. And this turkey is really like the main vessel of our chili. It's going to have the most flavor, and it's going to be really, it's just going to taste awesome with this turkey. So what we're going to do is we're going to mince this so it gets nice and cut up, right? And so we're going to wait until this turns brown. Because if it's not brown, it's undercooked. And undercooked meat is bad for you. Yeah, and as you can see, you want to get it really nice and cut.
So after the turkey has browned, which you can see here, we are going to be adding the spices. There's chili powder, which we have 4 tablespoons of, cumin powder, which is 1 tablespoon, cayenne pepper, which is 1 teaspoon, and cinnamon, which is 1 teaspoon as well. So we're just going to be adding all of the spices into the mixture. Concoction of a meal. Okay, and now we're going to let these flavors mix into the whole meal to change our experience.
This will just make it taste super great. It will add to the flavor of the dish.
Yes.
And we need to cook these for a little bit so they're not raw spice. So we are going to check back in a few minutes.
Okay, so now we have lowered the heat and we have mixed in all of the spices to our meal. And now we are first going to add the beans, the 2 cans of beans. And once Naman adds in the beans, this is just gonna like make it taste better. It's a good bean. It's good beans. And then now we're gonna be using 2 cans of diced tomatoes, which is like the soup of the meal. And we are also gonna be chopping them up with the other spoon to let it to destroy them, basically. Put this other spoon down. Yes. And now, while we wait for the tomatoes to be chopped, we will watch. And we'll come back to you after we see. So after we crushed the tomatoes and mixed all of the ingredients together, we're going to be adding our final ingredients. So first, we're adding the chicken broth.
Yeah, and so just remember you want to lower the heat now because there's just so much of it. The heat currently is about low medium, and that seems just about right. So now we need to mix this.
So now Naman's going to be mixing this chicken broth into the chili, and then we're going to be adding maple syrup, which will remove some of the tomato acidity and also increase the depth of the meal. And so now our 2 final ingredients before we let the chili simmer is adding 2 teaspoons of salt and adding 1 teaspoon of pepper. And while we're waiting, once we're finished with adding this, Naman's going to be mixing it up. And
now after this, we're going to have it simmer. So you want to have it simmer for about 30 minutes. And after 30 minutes, come and check on it. If it looks done, maybe wait about a few more minutes. But normally, I'd say you want to do at least an hour. So have 30 minutes and then check and then do another 30 minutes. So that's really the way you tell if it's done. Just remember, this is a lot of chili. So if you want to cut the recipe in half, you can do that as well. Yeah, we'll see you after 30 minutes. So now we've been having this go for about 30 minutes, right? So now what we want to do is we put the heat on medium high, and the reason we're doing this is because we want this tomato content to go where else it's just going to be like a real tomato texture and flavor to your chili. So we're just going to keep it open, and we're going to stir it from time to time now.
so this is our final product. As you can see, it's the perfect texture. It has all the ingredients, and the tomato also has gone down, which is really good. And these are our bowls that we are using. We've added cheddar cheese, cilantro, and sour cream for the perfect food.
So now now we're going to try this, see how this food tastes, and it looks really delicious.
It looks amazing.
Delicious.
Mm.
Okay, so get a bit of everything, get some cheese, get some sour cream.
That's amazing.
That's
delicious. So good.
Especially the cheese, sour cream, just the consistency together.
Everything just blends together to make it an amazing dish.
The flavor together, so good. This is amazing.
I'll give it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. And if you guys want to make this, you can follow the recipe and try it. And I hope you guys enjoy it. This was really fun and it tastes awesome. Make sure to subscribe.
Thank you.